All right. Hello, everybody. We are back from Pinball Expo, back and recovered. I guess now it's about 2 weeks ago already. But we're back. It was one of the most epic Pinball Expo experiences for me. How about you, Matthew? Matthew's down at
Same
he's down at the bottom today.
over here. Yeah, same. It's pretty epic. The amount of showing that happened was a lot. It
Yeah.
was
So,
amazing.
so today we're gonna review some of the homebrew interviews that Coleman with the Atom Pinball Machine and Mystery Pinball Theater 3000, Manu and Isaiah recorded all weekend. They did 22 interviews actually
Holy,
at our Pin DevCon Homebrew and Custom Games booth village experience. So if you guys missed what happened this year is we kind of took our booth support to the next level and created like this kind of like environment just for the homebrew and custom games. And we did this in collaboration with Fast Pinball, Trident Pinball, the Strictly Customs Pinball Group, Graphic Dimensions, and all of us kind of came together to help showcase these amazing one of a kind machines. We had 40 custom games in the area. We had a little Marco market in between and maker space where Ernie and Aaron and Dave were all helping people get their homebrew games to the finish line. So there's at least historically document and publish what did happen because it was really amazing. The combined forces of everyone and the collective energy of creativity was just it just felt really really good this year what we did.
yeah, it was definitely a village that we built.
Yeah.
It was like
Come
a
to the
little
Marco Village.
total, yeah, like you walk into this, you know, tent city that we had built around the perimeter, and it just felt so welcoming, and everybody in there was all the creatives and all the minds together talking about their games and like what they've done, and everyone meeting each other again after not seeing each other for like a year. And it was really, and then he comes back over to the booth and he's like, I'm gonna get a loot crate, and he's like, I'm gonna have a game next year. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, I swear I'm gonna have a game. And I was like, all right. So then we were setting up and everything, and this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Yeah, I got Coming to America," and I was like, "Oh, you're probably over here, like next to the Statue of Liberty backdrop in this booth." And he was like, "Okay, cool." And he's setting it up, and like they're wheeling it in, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, "I know this dude. Like, where do I know this guy from?" And then he comes up. He's like, "Yeah, I remember I told you I was gonna have a game last year." And I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah,
God, Ricardo!"
I know.
Unbelievable,
The thing is
unbelievable.
too, he last year I pinky sweared with him that if he makes a game then I'll make a game. And then I forgot about such a sacred promise, but he did not. So
He
I'm
did
on the
not.
line now to needing to make my own homebrew machine too. So coming soon. Whew.
Yeah, you
Uh,
you made the promise, and now you got to uphold
I'll do
that.
it. I'll do it. But for now, it's really awesome supporting all the amazing makers. I mean, with 40 games, I don't want to just start dropping different titles. We'll look at actually this list because, as I said, we got 22 interviews down, so we didn't get through the entire game list because there just literally was not enough time for that much. But we have interviews with Hellraiser, Big Trouble in Little China, Mad Max Fury Road, Legends of Zelda, BMO, Trogdor, which we'll watch first. Contra is a special forestry theme. Spaceballs, Black Knight, the Rolando's AI system
Yeah.
game, the Steamboat Willie, Invaders, all the way from France. Ghost in the Shell, House of Flesh and Blood, Turbo Time, Atom, Monsters Inc., oh, Enigma, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Pinball, Cuphead, Greatest Showman, Luau, and Monster League Hockey. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
So,
And that's only half.
right. And so, like, I'm trying to think of the other games that can do shout outs that aren't on this list. One, Mothership was there at the
Hmm.
front flipping. It was really fun watching people walk up to that game and just, like, start laughing so hard at how ridiculously big it is. Like, you thought Hercules was big. Look at Mothership next to it. And it's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. And I heard some guy in one of my videos recording, he was telling someone, like, oh, yeah, this. It's a Ernie used a lighter ball and not like the heavy cue ball.
Hmm.
So they were talking about how it plays so much more fun because of that light ball could really like send it, down the
And then
playfield.
he figured out how to get the flippers to run on like compressed gas.
Oh my god.
So it's like a,
There was a big
yeah,
compressor in
it's
the
like
tent behind
pneumatic or
us.
whatever. Yeah. So it just
Yeah.
builds up pressure and it's like, it's so cool.
Oh my gosh. I am checking the chat, y'all. Hold on. I think I can pull the chat forward. I realized I'm blocking it and I was like, what are you guys saying? Oh, there you are. You're small. Okay, we're good. Yeah, Performance Pinball said it's time to start a homebrew project for me.
Yeah.
So Mothership wasn't on this interview list, but we do talk to Ernie for Monsters Inc. He also brought his Adventure Time pinball machine. Ernie's our product director at Marco. Thank you, Ernie. You're amazing. But also owner of Trident Pinball, who provides cut playfield designs for your homebrew product and like kind of everything that goes on the playfield to start. Then we provide the loot crates, all the other hardware and accessory type stuff that goes on your games. And then Fast Pinball provides like the system hardware with the boards. It's this fun like trifecta thing we're creating to just support this um, cool grassroots pinball movement sort of thing.
Yeah. I think that's
All
what makes it
started
so
by
much
the
more fun.
grandfather Skatanisi. Or
That's right.
technically, Wally Gorzowski, I guess, claims original homebrew because he made the first kind of pinball machine from scratch with his a
Huh.
medieval madness, all from like parts from everywhere else. But then
Oh, neat.
really, I think Scott Denisi just inspired all of us,
Yeah.
and then from there it was just like snowball into
Well, you also showed like you don't need a whole bunch of stuff in a game to make it really fun.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's like TNA is not a
playing nonstop.
complex game. You know, it's very simple in the achievements you're trying to achieve, but it's hard. And it's a street level game. It's flat. You don't need ramps and all this stuff. And so he really like kind of did show like you can make a fun game, you know. And then I remember
Yeah.
Keith Elwin's um,
Oh, right, Archer at the Museum
yeah,
of Pinball. I have pictures and video of that, like
I got to play
when
it
you first showcased it there.
at in at it
California
wasn't
Extreme?
called,
Did you bring it over
no,
there?
it wasn't
Oh,
called
Pinagogo.
Pinagogo. That's where I
Mm,
played it the first time and was just like super nervous because like Keith Elwin's standing behind you, like watching you play his game, and I'm like just trying to like figure
yeah,
it out. But it was really, really neat to see that homebrew, and then that
absolutely.
Iron Maiden, which is insane.
Right, and so that's the pathway you want to go down to be a designer that produces hundreds or thousands of units of your machine. What better calling card or
Yeah,
resume portfolio than a working homebrew game?
yeah. Then a
Yeah.
full-on game that all the designers from
Yeah.
Stern will walk around and play, and
That was really cool. Yeah, so speaking of which, and we'll cue up the Trogdor interview. It was really special this year too because Joe Kamenkow, who is a designer, producer of pinball. Has been around from decades with Williams and other projects, and we know him most from like Batman '66, helping bring that life. Him and the rest of his colleagues and stuff, which are like OG Bally William designers from back in the day, also love and support this homebrew movement.
Hmm.
I didn't really say it very delicately, but
Yeah.
Joe Kamenkow and Roger Sharp and Eugene Jarvis. I just start name dropping everyone. You know what I mean? Them, a whole bunch of them came and took time to play every single game, judge every single game, and then give out about 40 different awards on Friday night, which was super special. They all took turns coming up on the stage and, talking about what they experienced while playing these new games. And it was really special because these are all industry greats.
Yeah.
So it meant a lot to all of us that they took the time to do that. When you are coming back from break and you see Roger Sharp playing your game, you're like, oh my
Oh my God.
stuff like that. So it was really special. So we appreciate them doing that, and I hope that's something we can help support and continue to support for many
Absolutely.
years to come.
That's a very,
Uh,
very neat deal.
yeah.
Like,
So let me pause this part. Where am I here? Oh, I'm double.
doubled up.
Yeah, and so I was trying to show the intro where I bring it up. So everyone, not everyone, but Trogdor got the George Petro First Game Design Award. And so all of the awards had like these cool names related to prolific designers and engineers from the past. So George Petro, he worked on lots of games
Pulp
with Mark
Fiction.
Ritchie, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
he did Pulp Fiction, and then he's got like call outs on like Big Buck Hunter, Fishtails, Party Zone, Doctor Dude, and Road Kings.
Nice.
So yeah, big Mark Ritchie fan.
That's awesome. So Trogdor won his first game design award, which is awesome. So we're
Nice.
gonna turn it over to Trogdor and watch this, and then we will be back after. We'll be hanging out in the chat. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Where are you?
Oh, I'm so excited. At PinDevCon, Chicago Pinball Expo 2025, the Homebrew section. If you guys are even anywhere near this place, you got to come down and check out this Homebrew section. It is huge. It's got amazing stuff. Right now, we have one of the creators, our first creator here of Trogdor. It's Alex Lobascio. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's good to be here.
Good to see you, man. So what we have, let's switch over to the boom. So we are going to look at what is the name of your game, and tell us how you came up with this idea.
It's Trogdor the Burninator. It's a theme I've been drawing in the snow for 20 years at this point. And when I decided I wanted to build a pinball machine for myself, it was the natural first pick.
This is Homestar Runner.
That's right, it's Homestar Runner.
How does Trogdor work into Homestar Runner? If you guys are old enough to, where's my camera? Are you old enough to know Homestar Runner? Because I am. Yeah. Where does he work? Where does he work into the story?
So it's a little loud.
Of course, we get an announcement right now. Go ahead.
Well, so Strong Bad Emails was a series on Homestar Runner, and
Yes.
there was a question early on that was, I want to see if you can draw a dragon. I want to see your skills of an artist. And so, first he drew an S and then a more different S, and threw that one out. That one wasn't good. Tried again, and we got the magic that is Trogdor.
I don't even know that, and I thought I saw a lot of Homestar Runner.
episode. Yeah, it's this art right here in the corner there. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, that's it.
Do you want to play?
Yeah, let's get Isaiah. You want to come over and Isaiah's going to shoot it. You guys all know and love Isaiah. What's up? Wait. Lean in. There he is. All right. So tell me about your idea how to bring a story to a pinball game from Tron.
I think that's actually the best way to sort of approach designing your game is to come up with a theme that really speaks to you and figure out what in pinball sort of fits with that theme, how you can integrate your theme. And so for me, Trogdor, they'd actually done in the episode from 20 years ago and the board game, a big focus was burninating the villages, burninating the countryside, burninating the peasants.
What does burninating mean?
It's what Trogdor does. But so, a core thing there is burninating the cottages. And so I needed some thatched roof cottages. So, what fits better than some pop bumpers with some good lights under them to really look like they're going on fire.
So those are your cottages.
Yeah, so there was that, and then the wire form, it's not its final form right now. It's going to be more S-shaped. But the wire form represents that... Yeah, just forward shake it. The ball surge should kick it out if you just wait a couple seconds. What was I saying? The cottages.
Burninator.
Right, and so the S shape, right. So the wire form ramp there in the middle is supposed to sort of represent the Trogdor body. It's not quite the right shape right now, but the final form will be. And then you see that third flipper right there, which is the his beefy muscle arm. And I actually, another homebrewer just picked up the right arm from the Champion Pub pinball game.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks perfect. So once I get that final wire form in there and it's a little bit more clearance around that, I'm going to put it on top and you're going to have that arm to be punching the ball with.
That's pretty epic.
And that's part of like building your pinball machine is taking what's available, from Marco, from all the different vendors, and putting it together to sort of realize your own vision.
What's the story here? So what's the objective?
Right now, because I don't have inserts or whatever, there's only one real main mode, which is you shoot up towards those top lanes, and you'll spell the word burn. You can kind of see it on the screen right now with the letters rotating as ICF flips. If he gets all four, he gets to start the Burnination multi-ball. I think
I got it yesterday.
You get the 3 balls. The famous song plays, and as you hit the pop bumpers, they sort of timed out.
So tell me a little bit about your build process. Like, kind of, what did you start with, and like?
Yeah. I started with I saw on Hacker News the fast system Neuron board announcement, and I said, oh, I've built PCs before, and I'm a computer programmer. I'm sure I could build a pinball machine. That board probably solves all my problems for me. And it solves about half of them, but you still have to learn how to solder, learn how to do woodworking, learn how to do the electronics and everything. But the fast guide online has all the details you need for the electronics. So I picked up the fast boards and I said, okay, I better start going to Free Gold Watch. I'm in San Francisco.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm in San Francisco. I hadn't played pinball in 5 years at that point, buying the boards, going, I'm going to build a game. I should probably go see what pinball's like. So I went to Free Gold Watch, 60 plus machines there, and just started playing games, seeing what I liked, didn't like, and saying, okay, that's the kind of thing I want in my game. Or, oh, maybe that doesn't work for me.
That is an excellent. It's funny, when I was working on kind of a homebrew concept, and me and a buddy of mine who were working on it, we came to Expo maybe 3 years ago, and we bumped into Jack Danger, and we said, hey, we're looking for inspiration. He said, look at the Premier Gottlieb specifically, but he said, go look at other games, and that's a good starting point. So Yeah,
exactly. No, I mean, and having 60 60 pinball machines 15 minutes from my house means I got a lot of good studying in. But yeah, so, then I picked up the playfield and lower third kit from Octo from Trident Pinball, which you can find on Pinside. Joined the Discord where a bunch of homebrewers are talking about, their problems, their process in making their games.
The Discord at Fast, right? Or where?
It's a Slack. I did join that too, but no, Discord, that's also through Octo and Trident Pinball.
Oh, okay, got it.
And, started just learning from everybody else and seeing what they've been doing. Started going to conventions and just seeing the other homebrews you know, every time you go to a convention, you come home and you go, oh, I have to do this and this and this now. But yeah, so I started assembling the lower third. I found MPF, which is actually also
Mission Pinball Framework.
That's right, Mission Pinball Framework, which works very well with Fast, and just started, you know, making a virtual version of the game, planning out the layout, planning the theme, planning.
Where did you build the virtual version? In what app?
No, just with MPF.
Okay, MPF has the ability to let you build the virtual.
You can't play the game like in the same way that you would with like VPX, but you can run a simulator, so you don't have to have any of the hardware. But you could say, oh, I'm going to have a coil here and a flipper here and a switch here and these lights. And now actually MPF is integrated with Godot.
Exactly, yeah.
And so that's what's on screen controlling the display and the sound is the Godot engine that Anthony Van Winkle's been working on for the last couple years. And so MPF really, it runs the game logic. There's the Burnination multi-ball. You got to burninate those cottages. Very good. But yeah, so just, you know, for me as a software guy, the physical stuff was always a little bit intimidating. You know, if you cut a 3-inch hole in your wood, you can't just Control Z. So I did a lot of sort of making sure that I could program the devices before I ever did any physical work, which, you know, saves you some time and some money if you can sort of plan it out that way. But a lot of people also will start with VPX or, you know, various other virtual pinball designers that are out there to sort of see what the playfield has space for. And
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I started with that sort of the pop bumpers and the S ramp, and sort of said, okay, well, these have to fit in certain places, so then what else do I have space for? Because when you start with that blank canvas, you know, it's almost, there's too much options.
It's intimidating.
Yeah. So, you know, having the muscle arm and the ramp and the pop bumpers really just, you know, sort of constrained the design space and made it so that I could fill in the rest with some ideas. And, you know, some of it didn't fit. I had to cut it. But I'm happy with where it is now.
What was the most difficult, or one of the most difficult parts that you didn't anticipate about building your homebrew?
Definitely cutting into the wood.
Woodwork, right?
And just like I said, you can't Control Z. So if you screw something up.
You know, they say measure twice, cut once, add one more measure.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the toughest part. What else? Were you okay with the electronics part? We looked under the playfield because he was fixing some stuff. And it looks, to me, it looks crazy. To you, it just looks like blonde, brunette, redhead, right? So you're already seeing into the matrix.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of thing, like over in the back, I don't know if it's on screen, but the Fast has a couple rotisseries up here with the playfield showing. And, you know, I think, you know, when you start your pinball journey, you're just like, wow, this is a crazy mess. Oh, that's an interesting case. Okay. I'll have to take a note about that's a bug there.
Because I had one multi-ball going and then started another, but I think I had burn progress during the multi-ball.
Maybe you hadn't drained out. Yeah, you know, and so that's the thing with taking to shows is you get the best play testing and you can be taking notes. But yeah, so what I was saying about the Fast stuff over there is that, you know, day one, you go, oh my God, this is crazy. But on the Fast website, even if you're not using Fast, there's a great wiring guide that'll tell you sort of about color coding and the different gauges of wire and the use cases and the voltages you're using. And so you know, now I can walk up to one of these playfields, and as long as it's following some kind of standard, you can read it as a developer. Like, so, you know, some people post teasers of their games where it's just the underside. But once you built a game, you go, oh, I know exactly what that playfield looks like on the top. Maybe not the art, but, you know, the devices and the interactions.
So I mean, this is probably a dumb question, but like, how fulfilling is it to see you go from a concept to this dude is actually flipping it?
Yeah, no, it's really cool, and being able to come all the way to Chicago, Schaumburg here, and have the game here all the way from San Francisco, that's, you know, that's special too. But yeah, no, just This is my fourth show with the game. I've been working on it for about 2 years, so fairly quick. Obviously I still don't have inserts and full art, but it's playable and I think it's fun.
I shot it yesterday. I was having a lot of fun.
But what was I going to say? The first player of the first show that I took it to was like a dad and a little 6 or 7 year old kid, and they walk up to the machine. The kid's kind of looking at it like, what do I do? And so the dad's saying like, oh, you press this button, that button, and it moves these.
Isn't that awesome?
And it's just like, oh my God, I hope my machine works, because it's this kid's first experience. If it doesn't work, he's gonna go, Dad, what are we doing here?
Let's go home. Let's get a refund.
Before they even go to the room with the 200 other machines, all professional and everything. But it worked great. The kid looked like he had a good time, and maybe it's even a little more approachable than some of the newer machines where it's very full of stuff. Like I like a clean, open design here, and so you can kind of see everything.
What's your favorite shot on the table?
I really like. It's really hard, and I need to find a new ramp that's a little wider. But the right ramp there, to the right. It's very hard. It's supposed to be a loop where you do the upper orbit from the right orbit. The gate on the left opens. You hit the upper flipper up to the ramp, and then it actually goes to the out lane. But a post rises and puts it back in the plunger lane. And that's one of my next features to code, is then to add a new kind of skill shot where you've gotten this hard shot. Let's give you a moment, light up a shot once I have inserts, and say, okay, now if you can plunge it to here, mega big time points, right?
Awesome, dude. So we're just gonna wrap it up, but what's next for Trogdor? Like real quick.
Well, I don't think I have another show until May. So that's a good amount of time to get it home, get everything unmounted, scan it, turn it into vectors, and start going with CNC instead of hand routing everything, so that I can get those inserts in and that I can get the art plan and have it be a little bit more. I think physically it's pretty close. There's a lot of little tweaks to make.
There's always some stuff.
But I'm happy with where it is, and so it's mostly about now finish and polish, and once I have inserts, then I can write some more modes.
Alex, thank you so much for bringing Trogdor. Thanks for being the first of this crazy experiment we have here at PinDevCon and Pinball Expo. Everybody, if you see Alex at a show, try his Trogdor. It's awesome. Isaiah, what do you think?
This game rocks. I'm loving the right orbit shot to that spinner. It goes all the way around and feeds this right flipper, and I'm starting to be more confident with, instead of just letting it dead bounce to the other one, I'm starting to combo it. So I go all the way around to the right flipper, combo it to the center shot, and then it just opens up so much more of the game.
Look at that, we're already getting.
I don't think he wants to go.
We're already getting pro commentary. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Alex, so much.
Thanks so much, guys.
Trogdor.
Trogdor.
Yeah, that was awesome. He had a lot of really good geometry in that game too. It's a lot of fun. I like how it goes through that loop, comes around, hits down here, and then like into the scoop to shoot it back down to your flipper, sort of thing. That was wild. We actually saw Trogdor at Northwest Pinball earlier this year in June, as well too. That was on our PinDevCon lineup out there, and seeing the progress he's made in the coding and stuff is really cool. And I like how Alex brought up about bringing your game to the show to get that kind of feedback. And like for the makers, it's cool because you're getting, real world feedback to make your game better. But for us as the viewer, it's really cool seeing the stages of it, like I get goosebumps again just thinking about the Whitewood total annihilation. Like before it was even total nuclear, and it just had Sharpie, and then watching the face go on. So it's been cool to see his game and a few others kind of come in from that Whitewood stage, add a little bit more coding, the fixed coding. Once they get that, then there's like other art packages added on.
Yeah. It's I was laughing at his like he's like now I get to do like CNC instead of like hand routing.
Right.
So it's like his next step of like okay, like scan it, vector it, inserts, get it cut, and actually have it start doing mode. So I'm really excited to see the progress on that game. So he said May was his next show. So we'll
Nice.
see what he can get done in the next few months. It's gonna be really
Yeah,
cool.
well, if you said May, then maybe he's coming to Golden State.
Golden State, yeah, probably.
Ooh. Some of my beer came today. Forgot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what other interview I'll queue up next.
I
Uh,
liked his feedback too, though, when he was talking about, like you were saying, he was talking about the having people playing, you can take notes. At Northwest, I was playing Fight Club, and the designer, I can remember his name, was standing there, and the way I was playing it, he's like, "Are you a tournament player?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a tournament player." And he's like, he's like, "Try to do this, try to do this," and he's like guiding me through his game to see if he can find bugs and stuff. Where it was like, "All right, now try to hit these a few times and try to get this going." And so he was kind of like coaching
nice.
me through his game while I'm playing it and getting deeper and deeper into it, so he could see what his code was able to do. And then we found a couple bugs. He's like, great. And he like wrote it down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like live
Live play
testing.
testing. Yeah,
Live
that's
play
awesome.
testing.
Isn't it fun for both
It's very
sides,
fun
for
from
everyone?
both
Yeah,
sides.
it's such a
Yeah.
great
Like
experience.
learning it as, learning this new game and the designers there telling you how to play it and where to go. And it was really neat.
There's a side of like sense of satisfaction too, being the one that helped find that bug so the designer
Yeah.
can squash it, where you're like, oh yeah, I helped get that game to the next level.
Was
um,
talking to the Invaders, the guy who did Invaders,
whew,
and he told me he had a tournament player show up and just completely blow it up. Like he's like they did everything. They did every single mode. They did all of it. And I was like, oh my gosh. He's like, yeah, they just completely beat my game. Like first try.
that's awesome. Well, maybe that's what we'll watch next is Invaders, because Tadeg came all the way from France with his game, which was just super impressive. Um, his game was super impressive. It was a lot of fun. But I wanted to, because I'm scrolling through this list, and what we talked about it, but I don't think, oh my gosh, I don't think Coming to America actually had an interview because they were working on their game.
Yep.
So this is Ricardo here on the right, with, of course, Randy Martinez, uh, artist for several known titles, Mandalorian, Star Wars comic.
Oh yeah, I can't
Most
remember all of that
recently,
names either.
oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But anyways, my logo for Captain Crazies. Uh, but this is Ricardo and his team's Coming to America game that Matthew was talking about earlier, who bought a homebrew loot crate from us last year, made a commitment to bring a game this year, and here he is wiring it up. And Aaron and Dave from Fast Pinball were there helping him,
Yeah, that
make sure
was
everything was
really
going
neat
on.
because they worked on it like Thursday and Friday, pretty much all day, both days. And then there was that moment where they pick it up off of the rotisserie and they're walking it over to put it inside the cabinet. And it was like all these homebrew guys all like following him and like just cheering and just being like, yeah, put it in the game.
Yeah.
So they ended up getting it in it and wiring it up, and it didn't
So
it
much fun.
flipped, but it didn't like boot and load all the way. But like I think it's Anthony that was he's like a coder He was on the laptop doing it, and he got it to like at least fire up.
Anthony's amazing.
So they were like, so they put the balls in it, and the flippers were working, and the first ball kicks into the shooter lane and fires out of the shooter lane up through the top, over the back, and hits the back of the back box or back of the cabinet and falls into the
I have
bottom,
to
and
see
everyone
that
just
video.
cheers, and like it was just like, yeah, and we all laughed our butts off. It just fired it out, and he's like, well, I guess that coil was a little too strong.
I just heard the call out. John Wick is the other Randy Martinez.
Oh yeah. Totally.
I'm like, I just
You're
heard
like, there it
down
is.
there.
That's the
Yeah,
guy.
I was like, there's one earlier. Okay, so we are going to watch the Invaders game.
Yeah,
I
this
wish-
gentleman was really, really nice, and he was very excited about his game. He kept coming over, being like, "You're gonna play it, right? You're gonna play it, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, as soon as I can get over there for a second, like I'll be there." And finally, I did go play it, and it was
Worth it.
really well done. Really
Yeah.
well done.
Very professional.
Yeah,
Let's see what they say in the chat.
Hi, Mr. J.
Hello.
Crane.
Yay, Mr. J. Crane. Love seeing you in the chat. All right, there we go.
Tadek, how are you? Good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Wait, I have to go back and show his accolades again real quick because I thought that was really sweet too. There we go. They did a Shelley Sachs Award, shipped from the furthest distance. So Shelley is recently retired, but was one of the main head logistics shipper for most recently Stern Pinball, but before that, Bally Williams game. Like, she's been in the industry for forever, shipping pinball machines all across the country and the world. So, shout out. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Tadek, how are you? Good morning.
Yeah, hello. I'm very good.
So tell us a little bit about this now. I was telling chat just before, I saw a trailer come up on YouTube
Yeah.
for this. It looked like a Stern trailer, and it caught me by surprise. Talk a little bit about your homebrew.
My homebrew is a 5-year story. And we begin, like a lot of people in France or maybe in the world, with the COVID.
Yeah, it's kind of where a lot of homebrew started, right?
Yeah. Because since I was child, I love pinball machine, like all the passionate people like here. So I was playing, I'm 58. I was playing since maybe 12 years old, you know, in my little city in Bretagne, La France. And okay, time passed. I have a kid now. His name is Christian. Now he's 20 years, big boy.
Oh, wow.
He's big boy.
He's not 20. You don't look a day over 30.
What?
Yeah, I'm just,
Me?
yeah.
Kidding. I don't want to speak anymore. And but 5 years ago, he was 15 years. 15 years. And with him, I was looking the old TV show, The Invaders. It's very surprising because people here don't know them, don't know it.
Not many, but some do, yeah.
Yeah, some do, not many, all people. Can I tell him what to do? Can I tell him? Yeah. If you want to go into mission, you have to touch right or right.
Okay.
You will lead select mission. You go inside, and so you can choose one of the 12 missions.
Okay.
And it will be the famous Reagan mission. You get it? Now, your backhand, it's possible. You get it? Easy. And you have to choose Reagan. Reagan. Yeah, that's it. If possible, people are, look, the topper is moving.
Oh, wow. Wait. We got to get that.
Topper is moving. Don't touch. Be ready. Look, plate it. Yeah. You're on it. Prove it. And
Oh, there's a ray gun. A guy's hand just came out of the game.
so you have to shoot with, there is a timer.
Where's the ball? Oh, the ball is in the scoop.
Yeah. The light.
Oh, it's staged the ball.
10 seconds on. So you have to go quick. Go. Fast. Right. You get it. Just in time.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
So, okay, Tadek, so tell us, okay.
So,
we are
I'm following. So Yeah, people like it very much. Like surprising. In France, yeah, I did only 2 shows in France. A woman around 50, she was surprised. She nearly fell. She nearly fell. So we were looking for the TV show, and my son was 15 years, and we were playing sometime, looking with a great pleasure with him. And he said, "Hey, Dad, you can do a pinball machine with this. That's it." And I say, "Okay, let's try." And
If my son said that to me, I'd be like, "Go in your room." No.
yeah, but the truth, I give him a punch.
But then you did it.
Yeah. I try, and I can do artwork, metal piece, everything, but not the code.
Okay.
The code. So at this moment, after few weeks or maybe I don't know 1 or 2 months, he say, if you want to continue, what do you have to do? Because kids already say, let's go, it's easy. I say, I must find somebody to make the code. Say, let's go, easy for him. He don't do nothing. So I find a friend in the pinball world, in Brittany, because it's very small compared to here. Beginning, we see it should be possible to do update version. And so 3 years after, I'm here.
And this what system is this? Is this running fast or is this running custom?
Cobra pin. Cobra pin. With MPF. But to tell you the truth, for me, it's like Chinese. It's,
But you know what? This is your
Shout out to
your
Cobra
brainchild. This is your. How difficult was it to come up, or how long did it take for you to come up with the rule set and the story of the game?
in fact, because I was playing, I have a little collection in my house, like beautiful pinball, as everybody knows, Medieval Madness, Indiana Jones,
He's got a medieval madness.
and Theater of Magic. I had some other, but at the maximum, maybe I had 10. Not at the same time, because I'm a little poor. Yeah. So
I've got one.
it's okay. Now I got 1, with 2 with this one. Okay. So I tried several, but my model, the best for me is Medieval Madness. Like a lot of people, I think. But there is a lot very, very good. All pinball is nice.
This really feels like an Attack from Mars version 2, like an upgrade.
In fact, when I began to design it, it was a little simple because all I looked, there was like 6 missions, maybe 6 castles, 6. I said, okay, I'm going to make 12. That's it. So I said, if it's 6, I do 12. It was a lot of it's a lot of work now to say that for my friend in France, Nicolas, because 6 it's easier than 12. You know? So when you don't know about code informatique, you think it's easy, but it's not easy.
So how much of the actual show, The Invaders, is do you have in the game?
How many shows I went to?
Yeah, like how many episodes of The Invaders? It's a TV show, correct?
It's 67, all TV, American TV show. And there is, for 2 years, 43 episodes.
Wow. And you have, how much of it in the game do you have?
I don't understand.
Oh, how many video clips? How many clips from the TV show?
I got like 60. 60. And I learned to make it. So at the beginning it was like too long, you know.
Yeah.
So I have to be short.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 seconds.
And you did all the artwork. You did the little icons.
Icons, everything.
What did you use to do that? You like After Effects or something?
No. I tried, but no, because I was used to work with Photoshop, Illustrator, like a graphic designer in Brittany.
Oh, okay.
La région de Bretagne. La région de Bretagne. It's my country, you know. Coucou, la région de Bretagne. Coucou, les gars.
Okay. So what is your favorite? Maybe I can guess what your favorite thing in the game is, But what is your?
The toys, the toys.
Tell us about the toy. So you have the ray gun.
The ray gun, the big topper.
The topper is amazing. I'm glad we got to see that. Yeah.
Yeah. In each mission, it's lifting. It's like big. Yeah, and the little one is moving right, left, going down, and take the ball up. So there is 3 big toys.
Now on it, like for brand new people who are just getting into homebrew, clearly your son said, "Dad, you can do this." Did you think you could and you just did it, or you like?
Yeah, it was a
Have to
pleasure.
start.
But I think you have to be skilled in some parts, so, to have some skills. So in my past, I work in the selling on the sea, but with machine, with tube, plastic, and I'm a shaper. I work to make surfboard, you know. So I used to work with my hand.
This I gotta tell you, this just looks like a finished game. It really just, it feels a little out of place here because it's so beautiful and it's so finished.
Yeah.
Typically you'll look at a homebrew and it's almost done.
You have to go into red saucer. Red saucer. With this light, it's difficult to see. Red, white, red. If you hit the red saucer, letters going tack, 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 and it's opening, and you're going to have a multi-ball. But after, at the same time, select mission is open, so you can go. X bonus at the top. There is a mission. There is a diverter. I don't know the name.
Yep, that's it.
Diverter? Yeah, I said diverter. So look, too late, because when you make 4 save, it's a save.
Yeah, ball save. Yeah.
Ball save, left or right, but you have to be quick.
This is absolutely beautiful. So it was a 5-year process.
Yeah, exactly. And to begin to train, and the 3 last for this one.
So it was like a 2-year like startup, like learning. Okay, what do I need? What wood? White wood. The shots. Do they feel good?
I try with two playfield, one more simple, and I don't have it because I did stupid thing on it. I did a playfield wood, printed, very high quality, and I mess everything with the vernish, with the coat. I mess it.
Well,
You know, I say, oh, I try with professional, I try with myself with resin. Awful. So it was a try, but a big try, and but it was not a success.
well, I got to tell you, Tadek, this is just beautiful. This is the Invaders. What? Do you have a plan for another game?
Exactly. Yeah. I try, but you know, like every pinball homebrew, it's a secret.
Yes. Yeah.
You have to call me in a few months, and I'll tell you.
Nice. Okay. Do you want to shout out real quick your YouTube channel so people can take a look at it?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. What?
Speak your YouTube channel. What is the YouTube channel, or is it just Tad?
I understand right now.
That's okay.
So I just met a YouTube. It's a Tad Pinball.
TAD.
Yeah, TAD Pinball. So you can find it, and maybe you can write The Invaders Pinball.
And The Invaders Pinball. You guys, The Invaders Pinball right here at the Homebrew section of Pinball Expo 2025. Thank you, Tadek.
Thank you.
This is a beautiful game.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. And thank you for bringing it over so we could stream it.
Yeah, but
Thank you for bringing it over so we could actually play.
it's
and
only
stuff like
$100.
that. All right, guys.
Oh, that was a cute one.
Yeah, he was really nice and really excited. It was worked really, really well.
I'm looking to see which one we want to load next. They're all so good. Mr. J. Crane said in chat, the Invaders TV show airs on Sunday mornings. Oh, on MeTV.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out now because I've never seen the show, so need to see it.
Great. Yeah, and shout out. We just got a connection lost. Oh no. Did our internet just die? Are you still here? Is it just
I'm
me?
still here.
You're still here?
It says we're still alive.
I just went to check, um, and it said we were offline. Well, that'll be
Refresh.
a cleanup for later. Let's see if it's still on the Twitch.
Yeah,
Are you
says
still on the
it's on
Twitch?
Twitch.
Hmm.
It did black out for a second. I had to refresh and then it came back.
Hmm. Are you in it right now?
Yeah,
Oh
on
yeah, weird.
Twitch.
Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, it's saying there's nobody watching on Twitch, but my phone's on it and your phone's on it.
Mine, it says
Anyway.
there's 10 people in there.
Oh, hi y'all. Sorry
Hi,
about
y'all.
that. Okay, let's see. We have time for a few more. Man.
Did they do Monster League?
Oh yeah, let's see. We have Monster League. Okay. So to preface Monster League, this is a head-to-head pin. What we didn't do was get to battle stations, which is also a
Oh,
head-to-head pin. So we had two head-to-head pins this year, and the more the merrier because I love this format of gameplay where you're like facing each other, like Joust pinball or the Alvin G. Gottlieb soccer pinball. That's the ultimate two-player pinball game to me.
yeah, totally.
You know, it's like you're playing air hockey but with pinball and flippers and
Yeah,
stuff.
yes.
So, Monster League Hockey was created by the same folks who brought us Saul last year.
Oh,
So, they have a really cool company squad name and I can't think of it. The Ghouls, something. No, I don't know. It's something really fun, but it's Austin Kerrigan, Joe Farnsworth, um, Glenn Wechter, and Eric Klotz. Did I get that right? Teaming up with Jake Danzig, who is the founder of the Strictly Customs Facebook group. And this is Jake's dream theme, or just, this is Jake's second game, too. He also did, what is it? Not Starsky and Hutch. Oh my gosh, I'm just butchering
no, he
that.
did the Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard
Yeah, it was
pinball
like a
machine from
Paragon,
last year.
retheme, I
Right,
think.
right.
And it's gorgeous. It's
Super
absolutely
gorgeous.
stellar.
We tried to get him to bring that one to Expo too, but he didn't.
No, he didn't have
Um,
room because he had a two-player game.
yeah. Okay. Uh, so this is his second game. He has the likenesses of Antoinette Johnson, our good friend. You know her. She has the crazy triple mohawk and kind of inspired the theme around her badassness too. I like to think. So we're gonna
I
watch
liked
this.
all their they all dressed up in like neon hockey gear and stuff, and like
Yeah,
it was so
there
rad.
was
Like,
lots of fun representation of the game. They did a costume contest on Saturday night. That was really cool. Jack Danger's kids won the kids contest for it. They dressed up as Adventure Time character monsters.
yeah, they were rad.
And then Mikey Jacobson from Bad Penny won for his Predator costume, which is super cool too.
Yeah,
So
they got
Monster
good
League,
photos of him playing Predator in his Predator outfit. It
oh
was pretty
yeah,
rad.
Monster League hockey. It was under a canopy, all with black lights everywhere, a giant octopus monster above it, so you knew where to go to find it. That was a lot of fun. And inside everything glows. So they had the Titan glow rings, silicone rings in there. All of their outfits and backdrops and stuff, their hair was all UV reactive. So it was just a whole experience once you went into that area.
Yeah, it was pretty rad.
All right, well, let's check out this interview and see how it went.
Jake, look at this. Look at this, you guys. This is Monster League Hockey. Hello, hello. Monster League Hockey. So, Jake, tell us a little bit about like the development of this game.
Well, the development started when I really wanted to build a party game because it's not so much that I get tired of waiting, playing multiplayer on pinball. I just don't like people waiting on me so much, going back and forth. So I wanted something more like Street Fighter, where two players can play at the same time,
Like
whether it
Street
being
Fighter,
competitive
so
or
great.
co-op, either way. So the game was going to be NHL, but that didn't work out for me so well. So I decided to go fantasy based. So we came up with Monster League Hockey.
So this is based on which game?
It's not based on anything. It's all from my own creation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying there are similar. Similar in that they're just dual player games, right? You have Joust, you have that Gottlieb game. I forget what it was called. This I found extremely exciting because you guys took the rules, kind of the sleepy rules of those, and turned it into a real battle where the monsters matter. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. My initial idea was just to have it being monsters playing hockey, but then I got the idea of incorporating some of my friends into it. So I got Antoinette, and then I got my friend Nikki Green. She's the girl with the big dragon wings on the side. And then we got Maddie here. So
Maddie does some call-outs in the game, right?
she does some call-outs in the game. Antoinette does a lot of the call-outs. My audio engineer, Glenn Weckner, he did all the audio and all the rest of the call-outs for two more characters.
So this looks very polished. Is this going to be available for purchase, or is it still just a homebrew?
Keep getting asked that every 5 minutes.
It just looks too good, man.
We decided to start an interested list. If we can build that list up to at least 100 people, then we'll consider it for production with an established company. I'm not going to produce them myself. Even though this was my idea, this was really a collaborative effort with my team. All in total, there's about 12 people involved. We got Joe Farnsworth, Glenn Weckner, Eric Klotz, and Austin Kerrigan all in Nashville. We got Lonnie Mihin in Tampa. We got Maddie and her dad in Austin, Texas. The artist is actually Brad Albright.
Brad is amazing. The art on this is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Brad came up with a lot of his own ideas. I gave him a lot of free range. I gave him my ideas and then I said, run with it. So one of the great things he did I loved was that he's got a Kraken busting up through the ice as a goalie.
A Kraken.
Yeah, I like that. And then everybody had their own ideas and just kept making it better and better.
Isn't that wonderful to have, you start the party and say, all right, what do you guys got?
I actually have Antoinette to thank for a lot of things, such as I didn't want to be on the game, but she kind of insisted. And I said, no, it's not my thing. But then she said, Jesse, who's my little dog, can be in with me. And I was like, I can't believe I didn't think about that. But I was like, yes, absolutely, of course. So they got me as the referee. Jesse is a linesman biting one of the monsters. And then I decided, well, it's hockey. I got to have one referee and two linesmen, so I needed one more linesman. That's when it hit me. We used Barlow, which is Christopher Frenchie's little dog, which is right there.
That's awesome. So you mentioned there's more code to come, including a single-player mode on this?
Absolutely. The single-player aspect is already physically in the game. We just, it's not coded in yet. We got the code at least 90% done. Just a few little things left to go. There's proximity sensors underneath not half the flippers, but literally all of them. That way you can play single player against the computer, but in addition, we'll actually have an attract mode where the game will play itself.
Oh, that's amazing. The old Gottlieb game, they had to put wires on the flippers, and it was really flimsy, and they kept breaking.
We actually looked at that and considered it. Actually, I was insisting on it, but the other guys, they said proximity sensors would look better. And then once I discovered that nobody remakes those Alvin G flippers with the wires on them, well, that turned into a nightmare because if one of them broke, there's no replacing it.
There's a whole reason why they don't make those, because they were not that great. Well, anyway, Monster League Hockey. This is really super cool. You can see our two monsters right here going to battle. This is so much fun.
The score is 4-1 right now, and they're in period 3.
This is really fun. Now, there's the thing is, you're getting, if you're just watching right now on stream, you're seeing the game happen and it looks exciting. But once you learn, there's not a lot of rules, but they're very important. There's some stuff player 1 can do in this area that can affect player 2. They both have a goalie. You can, I love the level of this. It's I would say it's not simple, but it's a great stack of gameplay. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, and there is a little bit more than what you can tell. Like there is a fight mode in it. There is an overtime sudden death mode. If the game ends in a tie, you go to sudden death for up to 1 minute. So there's a little bit more to it. Actually, I'm still kind of learning on it myself. Yeah.
Well, if you're here at Expo, thank you guys. Thank you so much. This is Monster League Hockey here at PinDevCon 2025. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you.
I wish I had more time to play that game there.
Me too.
Man, I wish I could have played that game the whole time I was there, actually. I don't think we even battled on that game.
We
were
never
just so
battled on it.
busy.
Yeah. There was not a lot of time for a lot of gameplay. I got to play a few games, but it was mostly Marco boothing.
Yeah, well, we are the hosts, so
Yeah,
you gotta
We were hosting the party,
host in the party, That's
but it was a lot of
part
fun.
It was.
Very cool to at least walk up and watch people play it, and there was always a group on it too. Like that was the other portion. It's like anytime I went over to actually try to play it, there's like 8 people around it waiting to get their turn on it, and I'm just like, holy smokes! I was like, I can't even get on this game right now.
Yeah. So speaking of long lines, that's a great segue to the next interview that I just chose.
Can I guess?
Yeah,
Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
That's
that
right.
game had a He had a line.
Where their game was in the let me move me around so you can see his awards. In the Electric Playground booth, right outside of the village. They were kind of like our guards, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And their little speakeasy was so amazing too.
Was
It had
so
that
rad.
freaking rotating
Rotation
game in
8.
there. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
Rotation 8.
It was really cool. We got to do that setup again, y'all. But anyways, Big Trouble in Little China was like, bam, right there, and we're over there, and there's just this long line the entire show.
Yeah.
And
I
I
got
even saw
lucky
people
enough to
like
play
Roger Sharp standing in line, going forward, and Eugene
Yeah.
Driver standing in line, going forward to play. Just everyone wanted to try it out. So best of show winner. So won it all. The Ed Boon overall kick-ass game award. Gamimi award. Barry Ausler best playfield award, and the Paul Dassault best details award.
Didn't he get They got runner up for the People's Choice, right?
Right. And I think also I should know that. Yes, because I think Monster League Hockey
Took, yeah,
won.
People's Choice Award for the best
Right.
game.
Yeah. And then it was Big Trouble in Little China and Mad Max Fury Road.
And Mad Max, yeah, that's right.
No, so super red. Alrighty, let's watch it. Also, Kyle
This
Sweat
game
is amazing.
was
And
really,
he is
really cool.
going to be bringing his Friday the 13th pinball machine to Houston Arcade Expo in a few weeks. So if
Nice.
you haven't played that, then definitely come out to that show and play it. I think there's going to be a few other homebrew machines
Yeah, I was
there
gonna
too.
ask if there were some more going.
Yeah, I think Adventures in Wonderland. Oh my gosh, if that's a title. Cayman Kai's uh, homebrew Alice in Wonderland themed
Oh yeah, cool.
homebrew, and there was one other so far that I think. And then Scott Denisi, who I talk about a lot, will be DJing again. Makes
Yay.
it the best show ever. But all right, let's check out Kyle's Big Trouble in Little China, which is his second pinball machine.
We're gonna get this started. I'm talking to Kyle.
Kyle.
Hey Kyle. Nice to meet you, man.
For 2 days straight. Glad to be here. Glad to talk about the game.
Great. Let's switch positions so you can be
I was like, get
in the
frame.
shot. And so I gotta tell you first, Kyle, I've gotten so many people in chat saying, "Where's Big Trouble in Little China? Where's Big Trouble in China?" Well, maybe tomorrow we're gonna get. So Kyle, tell us a little bit about this fabulous. Look, it's finished. It's done. You're selling them now on the line. Tell us about it.
Well, thank you very much for the compliment. So my first game was Friday the 13th. It debuted last year at TPF. Had a great response there, and I just had such a fun time building that game. And I said, well, what's next for me? Because I'm always thinking about what's next. So I didn't want to do another horror game, even though I kind of like that genre. So I thought, what 80s franchise?
That does everybody want?
Yeah. Has action, kung fu, monsters, magic. It's funny. Big Trouble in Little China. Likely a little too niche for the big guys, so I thought I'm just going to go all out. So that was kind of the genesis, and I drew out the layout on a cocktail napkin the day after I got home from TPF.
Okay, so this is your second full homebrew. Between your first, how long did it take, and your second, and this one, how long did it take from conception to done?
So I tell everybody, if you're really moving, it takes about twice as long to make a game as a human being. So the first game took me a year and a half. This game also took me a year and a half. I had a lot more people collaborating on this game, art-wise, sound-wise. So I got Scott Denisi to do some custom tunes. Brian Allen did the playfield art. Randy Martinez did the art blades and the topper. And James Pax is on the topper. He played Lightning in the movie, and he does custom call-outs for the game. And John Carpenter signed the backlash.
Wait, no, shut up. Shut it.
For the modes, Brothel Rescue, that has one of the custom Scott Denisi tunes. So if you want the folks to hear what Scott Denisi did for the game, pick Brothel Rescue, you slap the center button.
Wait a minute, okay. All right, let's back up a minute. Because not every normal person...
I just hit you with a lot.
You did, but not every normal person trying to do a homebrew is going to be able to get that roster of folks. How do you even approach any one of those people for a collab on a project?
For sure. So I'm old school with my approach for the game. I mapped it out on a cocktail napkin. As far as the people who are involved, I just asked. I reached out to
That's it.
That's it. That's what you have to do. Do you want to be involved with my game? So before I asked, I wanted to make sure that this was a theme that they were interested in as much as I was, because if they were going to work on it, I wanted that same passion. Brian said yes, Randy said yes, Scott said yes, James said yes, and we were off.
So I've said this many times on the stream, and it's like 50% of success is just showing up. So just put it out there. There was no magic powder you used, no special thing. You just put it out there and said, hey guys, would you be interested?
Yeah, there's no secret. You just got to put in the work. And, there's no magic formula to reaching out to anybody in the industry or in that world. You just got to reach out and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. with the first game, I had a build log and I wanted to show everybody what I was doing. With this game, I kept it a little bit closer to the chest. So everybody's involvement, I wasn't vocal about it because I wanted it to be a surprise reveal. So the trailer came out, everybody that was involved was on the trailer, and it worked out really well.
So what's this? What's the platform underneath of this?
So I've got a mini PC, it's running fast, and Mission Pinball Framework, pretty much the standard with what all the other guys are doing. So my first game was on Cobra, and after I talked to Aaron at TPF, I was convinced, obviously he was super passionate. He helped me a lot because I had experience with Cobra, so he helped me with the wiring, with some of the logic, so it's on fast.
Come over here a little bit.
For sure.
So fast and NPM. What did you find? Did you do the coding yourself?
I did. So all of the interface, all the coding, the design and layout is all me. I built a cabinet. I transferred all the playfield. So all the design work, all the UI work, all the building work was all me.
Okay, so for people who are not really strong in coding, how helpful is like a Mission Pinball Framework? And do you think it could help someone who's like, I'm a little scared of code, or do you come from a coding background?
I was an English major in school. I'd never coded anything in my life before my last game. So with Homebrew, you have to be kind of good at a lot. So, you're an inch deep and a mile wide. If you're really, really good at woodwork and you suck at everything else, okay, you can learn it, but that's not going to give you an advantage. So I don't have a coding background. MPF was written intentionally for people who don't know how to code to be able to make their own game. That doesn't mean that it's easy. There's a steep learning curve, and you have to think about things differently. But once you get the hang of it, then you can start to do modes and light shows and that kind of stuff. You just got to put in the work, period, dot.
See, I'm not sure. It's like trying to put the universe in your brain. When you tell a person, when you bring up a game that looks like this, do you guys realize how much work that was done to get to this point? And that's not to scare you off. That's just to say, like you said, it takes time. Like the rule set alone, how long? I know there's not a quantitative how long, but about how long did it take for you to come up with a concept for the rule set for this game?
So with each one of my games, I saw the game before I'd ever drilled anything into wood. I just knew what it was going to look like, and I knew how the rules were going to be laid out. Narrative to me is important, and we were talking about this yesterday at our seminar with Friday the 13th. Before you even step up to the game, who am I and what am I doing? I'm Jason, and I'm chasing counselors, and I'm collecting weapons. With this game, you walk up, and you're Jack Burton. You are in the Pork Chop Express, and you're battling your way through monsters and magic to fight Lopan, and that drives the rules, and that drives all the modes.
Okay, so did you at some point the game just started kind of driving itself and starting to kind of talk to you and say, I want to be played this way, etc.
For sure. So it's got a pretty typical pinball rule set in that you've got to collect a couple of achievements to get to the wizard mode. So, you watch the movie and there's so many moments. So those are my modes, or I call them my missions. And then there's monster battles, with like eyeball monsters and werewolves and stuff. Those are my monster battles. And then I have something called Darkest Magic Multi-Ball, with my shirt. So you collect magic letters by getting ramps and skill shots and that kind of stuff. You spell magic, and that will give you Darkest Magic Multi-Ball. Those are the 3 achievements in order to battle Lopan, who's the main bad guy. I had all that in my brain within 10 seconds of me deciding on the theme. It's just the execution and making sure the modes were fun and the shots were fun was a challenge.
I don't usually do this, but I'm going to ask my player right now. Isaiah, what kind of shots do you like so far in this?
That center shot, hitting the right orbit all the way around to the left, and then banking it off the left into the center, it feels really good. I hit that right orbit twice in a row into the center, and then it's making progress towards the multi-ball, and that's where I want to be, is in a multi-ball at all times.
What's your favorite, what's some of your favorite things on this layout? What is your personal?
So I have a lot of happy accidents that I wish I could take credit for as far as the flow. So I use a lot of existing mechs and devices from other games that I enjoyed. But I think what I'm most proud of is that you need to do that on your own game.
Did you have to think about whether you wanted a 2-flipper game, or is everything a 3-flipper game now?
So my first game was 2 flippers, and I knew this one was going to have at least 3, just to kind of open up a little bit of shots. There's almost twice as many shots in this game as my first game, and you just get there by more flippers.
So yeah, so speaking about number of flippers and everything, when you add a 3rd flipper up in the top, what kind of trouble can you get into with that 3rd flipper?
You can get into big trouble in Little China. you want to make sure. Yeah, so here's a bonus, and then you got the Guardian up there. Those are all the battles. So you got the 3 Storms, the Wild Man, and the Guardian. And those are the guys that pop up during the bonus. So to your question, with the flipper, you want to make sure that flipper does something that no other shot can do. So you can hit the drop targets if you're lucky with the bottom flipper. But that ramp from the upper flipper, that's the only shot you can do. You can also hit that horseshoe shot. So to actually position that flipper is a lot of failing forward. You try it, you fail, you move it again, you fail until you get it. So everything on this game was trial and error. I failed with a lot of positions, but you use that and you move forward to shots that just feel good. So the layout is familiar, right? There's nothing overly goofy about the layout, but that's what I wanted. Something that you could walk up to, know kind of what you're shooting for, and the shots just feel good.
It looks very shooter friendly. You know what I mean? It looks very. Yeah, you lost it. Pinball, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it looks very shooter friendly. So what was something that gave you trouble in the game?
There is nothing that's easy with Homebrew, and I'll tell you that probably one of the biggest maybe things that I wasn't expecting that I didn't have with my first game was sizing up the molds that I have in the game. So I had those every model in this game is custom for this game, so this is not off the shelf stuff. I had these commissioned, sizing them. So I've got about probably 40 different skulls of different colors in a bucket, trying to get the size just right and making sure that a ball would eject from the mouth. So the skull, I try to say the skull eats the ball. It took a lot of trial and error to get there. Same thing with everything else. With the Dragon of the Black Pool sign, that was a lot of engineering. And as I said, I'm not an engineer, I'm an English major. So I had to overcome a lot of obstacles, but it worked out.
What did you map this out in? Did you use like a virtual program? Did you use SolidWorks? Did you use Fusion? What did you lay out your playfield in?
A cocktail napkin. A cocktail napkin.
Oh, so you just sketched it?
Yeah.
So you went from sketch to...
Yes. So I go through 4 different playfields. So I have a sketch, and I put that on the thread after I revealed the game. I put some of my early sketches that Brian actually drew on top of. So with my first playfield, it's all bets are off. I'm drilling, I'm gluing, I'm sawing.
And you're okay. I love to hear this, Kyle, because it's like you're okay to fail forward.
Absolutely.
Because you got to get through some failures to get to that solid pin. You're not going to start perfect. You're not going to start perfect, you guys.
So, a lot of people might be intimidated because they don't know how to use those programs. I don't know how to use those programs. So I can either draw the game and just try it. So that's how I am as a builder. Other guys are different. They have to have everything mapped out in SolidWorks, CAD, virtual, whatever. That just wasn't me. So I get my first playfield, I figure out kind of what feels good, and then I move on to my second with the inserts, move things around. My third one is out there that has the art as a sticker, and this is my 4th and final playfield, where I kind of had everything where I wanted it.
All right, cool. So, Kyle, here's what I'm going to do, because we talked to a lot of people. Talk Isaiah through some of the game. Talk Isaiah through some of the game right now. What are we doing? You can grab the mic.
All right, here we go. So the goal of the game is to battle Lopan. In order to battle Lopan, you got to do 3 things. Number 1 is you have to start all of your missions. To start a mission, you have to fill up the sorcery meter. So that's 3 shots. All of your shots that are blue, you shoot that fills your sorcery meter. So there's 5 possibilities. You got to hit 3. You unlock the mode at a ramp or the scoop. So if you hit a ramp when you've qualified a mode, you get that up post, or you just lock it in the scoop. The second thing you have to do is all the battles. Like we talked about, you battle the Wild Man, you battle the Guardian, and you battle the 3 Storms. To unlock the battle with the Wild Man, you hit the stand-ups and they're orange. To unlock the battle with the Storms, it's all drop targets. Everything is tracked up there, so those numbers, those are your battle numbers. You got to hit 5 captive balls to start the battle with the Guardian. You start all those battles, it unlocks your battle achievement. Finally, Darkest Magic. You got to spell magic. How do you spell magic? You get a magic letter with a skill shot, with Big Trouble multi-ball, with spinners, ramps, and orbits. Your bonus multiplier is the whirlpool around the skull. So you get all that stuff collected, and then that will multiply your bonus multiplier. There you go. And in between all that stuff, you've got 6 Demon Bag, which is switch hits. If you hit the shot, you get a reward. If you miss it, Lopan punishes you with reverse flippers. He'll turn your lights out. He'll take away points. The mystery is right up there. Those are your inline drops. You get points, you get extra kickbacks and that kind of stuff. Every ball will give you 2 player-controlled kickbacks and 2 automatic left kickbacks. Your mission is ready, so now what you have to do is hit a blue shot, and that will unlock the mission. I think.
All you have to do.
And there you go. That's all you have to do. The toughest shot in the game is the one you have to make. There you go. That's how you fight Lopan.
We literally have people walking up to the booth going, "Can we play?"
6 modes total. Sorry, there are 6 modes total. Scott Denisi did some custom music. And if you take a look at the VCR, it'll tell you easy. I got 3 easy, 2 medium, and 1 hard. There's also some Easter eggs that nobody's picked up on the VHS tapes. Those are all John Carpenter movies, except for one. And then, of course, you've got the Big Trouble poster in the background. So what you do is you pick a mode. It'll set it up for you. This is a hard mode that's actually easy, so I need to tone this one down. So you're underwater in the elevator, and you got to rip the spinner to fill your oxygen meter, and it goes down pretty quick. So you can shoot either orbit. There you go. And that will increase your oxygen meter. This mode is a minute, and this is one of the harder modes, so I need to maybe have a little bit more oxygen with every shot. But I tried to make every mode different, and I use lights to differentiate all the modes. I love interacting, all the RGB lights, the GI, the inserts and stuff. There you go.
What do you use to do your light shows?
So I'd say about 25% of them are just me getting in there, and the other like beautiful wavy light shows are from something called Show Creator that one of the builders actually designed just for himself, but he shared it with us, which is great. So I wanted this game more than Friday the 13th to feel alive. Lots of light shows, lots of action on the base screen. So almost everything on the base screen is moving, and you always have some kind of graphic telling the player what to do. So he's on 6 demon bag. He got 150 shots. He's got to hit the left ramp, and he didn't do it. And Lopan is going to punish him he took away 1,000,000 points.
Oh, okay. So you wait a minute. You have a negative points mechanic?
I do. If you miss that shot,
you're mean.
Lopan punishes you. Well, if he's really mean, he takes away your lights, or he'll give you reverse flippers, and you got to deal with that for about 30 seconds. So this game is a battle. You are battling monsters, you're battling demons, and ultimately you're fighting your way towards Lopan.
Man, I tell you, Kyle, this just is ridiculous, man. We could put this in Free Go Watch, and people just put quarters and quarters and quarters.
So he just got the 60-second ball save with the mystery. It's going to drop that drop. There you go. I love inline drops, and I wanted inline drops. And I love kickbacks, too. So Friday the 13th had a kickback at the top. My kickbacks are at the bottom with this game.
Yeah, this is a moving kind. It's kind of like, what's that game that I remember?
So that's from Medusa. That's one of my favorite games, and you control that kickback on Medusa with the right flipper button. With this game, I wanted to do it in the center because it's more traditional, but your timing has to be spot on.
Yeah, Medusa was
Once, the center shot. I've only successfully did it once. The kickback.
So now you're just hitting backbots.
Well, we're getting called for time right now, Kyle. This is. Come on, man, bring it, baby.
I love it.
What's your plans for your next one? Oh, wait, that's a secret.
So I got the next 3 games mapped out. I'm working on a game for my company. They found out that I make pinball, so that one's about done. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna put this one in the corner and work on that one. The second game is I'm gonna work on a game with some of my homebrew buddies here, and we're all gonna work on the same game. The third game is gonna be something like this, some fun theme, that maybe it's a little spooky, maybe it's a little funny, maybe it's a little sci-fi, we'll see. So the next, I don't want to call it cornerstone, but the next game from me will be around the corner.
There's a line of people waiting at your booth, so let's let you get your game back to your booth. Thank you so much, Kyle.
You bet.
Awesome. There really was. Everyone was like, how dare you take this away from the booth. They had a little "we'll be right back" sign. We had to get him back out there. That's awesome. I can't wait to play it. I didn't get to play it. The lines were too long.
I got to play it once. That was before we opened on Friday or Saturday. So I walked up and was talking. He had the playfield up. He was working on one of the flippers. And I was like, Nikki told me the one thing you got to do is play Big Trouble in Little China. And he's like, we'll come back in like 5 minutes. I'll have the slipper fixed. So I was like, all right, dope. So then I went over and played Winchester and then walked back over and got to play Big Trouble. So I got to play each of those
Good.
like once. Predator, I got to play once. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, there
Yeah.
was a lot of awesome reveals at Expo this year, including Winchester from Barrels of Fun, the haunted house. I want to go to the actual haunted house now. It's somewhere
Yeah, totally. It's in Cali.
Bay Area, or where is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I think it's Bay Area. Can't remember where it is. I always see the
Yeah, but
sign
Carl
for it.
D'Angelo
Yeah.
designed the
How
game.
cool is that?
I can't wait to play it. Yeah.
It's got that same like rotisserie shot changer thing from like Gilligan's Island. So Gilligan's Island has that like rotisserie at the top left, and it would
Oh, gotcha.
rotate and change the shot patterns. And
Oh, sure.
so Winchester
Nice.
has one up at the top right, and it like switches up like 4 or 5 of the shots, or 3 of the shots to change them into like different shot patterns. It's really cool.
Very cool. Nice.
Yeah,
That sounds awesome. I can't wait to play that too. So much
Santa
pinball to
Clara.
go around. Santa Clara. Gotcha. Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
Grammy.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I always want to mix up Santa Clara and Santa Clarita, which really throws people, and they're like, wait, what?
That's
Because
like
it's like
opposite ends of
north
the
and
state.
south. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, in my head, I said the right one. But all right, y'all, we are gonna call it quits. Open up some arcades. Work on some games. Make sure to swap out those dirty pinballs. Nobody likes dirty balls touching their games. And yeah, we're here. Happy Halloween tomorrow.
Happy
Hope
Halloween
everyone has
tomorrow.
a.
Yeah.
I hope everyone dresses up as their favorite pinball character. If you do, drop us some pictures. We want to see. And all of these interviews will go up this weekend on YouTube and then trickle out on Facebook and Instagram, social media that way. But they'll all get there on YouTube, and we'll have it available for everyone to start sharing them around and celebrating these awesome new games.
Hell yeah.
Until then, we'll see you guys next week. Next week we should actually work on something. We'll we'll do some sort of actual technical troubleshooting
Yeah, I
something.
got a few out at the office that we can probably dig into as well. See what we can figure out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Should be good. But all right. Goodbye, everybody.
See you
And
guys.
for those on Twitch, hang around. We're going to raid JoJo. He's got Flipper for hands. Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I love this guy. JoJo Dojo. We're going to do it.
Let's
All
do it.
right. Goodbye.